host, or not lead host, but lead producer position on Limit Break Radio.
I've already been doing that.
But you're taking it over from me officially, which means that I'm prepping a lot less to be able to come into the show, and you're prepping a whole lot more. So I just want...
What kind of shit are you?
I just want to point out real quick that if the bits are in any way more cheesy or dumb, that's because they're coming from Kahlo.
All right, tell you what. You know what? Fuck Limit Break Giving. I'm going to read this fanfic then. Is that what you want?
Ooh, yeah,
Is that what you want me to do?
What's the name of the fanfiction?
I don't control this show ananymore, so you go ahead. It's your
We're
it's
not
your show.
reading fanfiction. Instead, we're going to go around the room.
I just called his goddamn bluff.
We are going to go around the room like a family, and we're going to talk about what we're fucking thankful for. All right? LBR or Final Fantasy 11 related?
Who cares?
14, whatever. Nika, you shut your mouth when you talk to me.
You shut your mouth when you talk to me.
Wow.
In fact, this is a family thing, so bring in Kooky and Skuro. They're gonna fucking talk too.
Yeah,
are they here? Do we have them today?
They better be.
I see Skuro chatting right now.
That's what that's what we.
I got him.
Oh, you got him.
We're all a family right now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And
all right.
Okay. Well, hold on. Who's talking right now? Because you can't be Daddy, because Daddy's over here. Are you like you're getting really angry right now? I don't know.
I will be Mommy.
No, he's Uncle Kahlo.
Uncle Kahlo.
Uncle
right,
Kahlo.
He's drunk Uncle Kahlo.
That's fair. In fact, Escalia, can you go put a little bit of scotch in this?
You got it.
Is that a euphemism for pee?
No.
Okay, just asking.
All right. You know what, Juxta? Well, first of all, Kooky, Skuro, you here? Can you hear us?
Yes, he can.
Yes.
All right, Juxta. We're gonna start with you. What are you thankful for?
What?
What are you thankful for?
What are you thankful for?
What kind of a question is that? Like, for what?
In regards to Limit Break Radio and Final Fantasy 14.
Oh.
You don't have to do this during your Thanksgiving. You have to go around the room and say what you're all thankful
We
for.
are super negative a lot of the time, and I want to show that there are multiple facets to us, that we can overcome that negativity.
We just go and eat the food. And my family.
I've never been less surprised in my entire life.
So what? You're thankful for the lunch that we bring?
That I bring.
You didn't bring it today.
The first time in a long.
I help. I'm in that car too.
Let's rewind.
Okay.
Rewind.
Let's
Okay.
start over.
All right.
What are you thankful for, Juxta?
Can we start with Callie?
Fine, Callie. What are you thankful for? Jesus.
God damn.
You just had nothing, huh?
Well, I gotta work up to it.
Okay.
Jesus, God damn it.
Well,
You can't just show it off.
Do we open this with prayer or no?
oh God, yes. Pray to the goddess herself.
Can we pray to Hyland?
Okay, all right. No. Stop. Skuro, you suggested it, so yeah.
Lead us in prayer.
Lead us in prayer.
Go for it.
Say grace for us and pray to hide.
Say LBR Grace.
Yeah, LBR is great and all. Y'all fans is cool. And yeah, eat food and stuff. There we go.
That's not how you say
It's
it.
not, no.
You all fans is cool.
No. Say it again as if it is some sort of, I don't know, actual grace.
Are you kidding me? Like it's gonna
No, do it.
No.
Start with thank you, Heidelin, for.
There you
And then go.
Okay, Nika, there you go.
No.
Nope.
Only
This
we
is
get
on
to
you.
pass the buck.
What the fuck? I don't know.
You are the
I don't even know
lowest.
how
You
plays
suggested
go.
it.
You're the lowest
I don't
totem on this
either.
poll. You can't
Stop.
pass it anywhere.
Listen, yeah, don't let him off the hook. Don't let him off the hook. Nobody save him. He suggested it. Now he's got to figure it out.
And I already gave you a starting point.
Treat him like an adult. Yeah, see,
Okay.
Nika has already done the very nice thing of giving you a starting place, and you can't even fumble your way through it. How are you ever going to fucking be a streamer?
Oh,
Because
Listen,
listen, Trash Panda TV.
NA.
Okay? Listen, Trash Panda TV. I just gave you a free plug, dickweed. Now,
Lead us in grace.
Now do the bit!
I'm on the spot. All right, so how did that open up, Nika?
Thank you, Heidelin, for.
Thank you, Heidelin, for your game of FF14 being remade because the first game sucked. Thank you for content, dungeons, and I guess cutting back so this way we have more time to do other things and spend more time with our families. Stuff. Okay.
And Yoshi wrote down from on high.
And with Amen.
Amen.
There you go.
Amen.
Okay.
That's
Wasn't
better.
bad.
That's
That was
better.
as good as any grace I've heard at a Thanksgiving dinner ever.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. This is a teachable moment. Skuro, what'd you learn?
Don't blurt out shit, I guess.
Don't pitch a bit unless you know what the fuck you're gonna do.
You got it.
Don't
well
say
done.
some shit unless you know how the fuck you're gonna follow through.
Gotta back it up.
Dummy.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and follow Skuro. And I think what I'm most thankful for, and I know this is echoing all of our sentiments, so you might hear some stuff being repeated, right? But I really got to give it to our fans and our viewers. As much shit as we give you, and we just gave you a bunch of
Oh my god, we give you so much shit.
You guys keep coming back every single week when we don't even talk about the game that you're here to watch.
I know, right? It's
We are
ridiculous.
so we're
such
honestly-
assholes.
We only exist because of you, and I know everyone from fucking Taylor Swift to Kanye says that shit, but it's true.
It is objectively true.
It is. And FF14, I'm thankful for existing at one point so that we could start this.
You've got 40 million gil. Just say you're happy for that.
All right, happy for my 40 million gil.
All right.
Who's up?
All right, I'll go now.
Fine.
All right, so I'm thankful for all the hosts of LBR because despite how horribly mean and just big jerks you're probably the closest thing to I have friends now because I've shut out all of my high school friends and college friends. So thank you for tolerating me. And in the game, I'm thankful for our fans, of course, because without you, this would be really boring and pointless. And I'm thankful for the game for existing and being like 2.0, being really fun and good. Sometimes you have like a little bad drop off, which is okay, but and I'm thankful that they're trying something new with Rival Wings, and maybe it's not going to be all the good stuff forever, but I'm thankful that they gave us new objectives in it. So I'm thankful for that.
All right.
Very nice.
Okay. Has everyone in the room gone now?
Not me.
Scalia did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're thankful for your wyvern, right?
No, I am very thankful though to both all of you and to the audience for giving me this very life-changing opportunity. I never wanted to be a performer until Limit Break Radio started up.
Yeah, same.
And this has really been something not only with my limited time with the 11 appearance, but on 14 as well. It's really changed the direction that my life has taken. And I guess I'd say thank you to you all for that and giving me this opportunity. And with 14, I would say, I guess, without 14 being what it was, and part of that being that 1.0 was a clusterfuck, this show doesn't happen. And if this show doesn't happen, Final Encountercast doesn't happen. And if Final Encountercast doesn't happen, Checkpoint Radio doesn't happen.
Amen.
And as Checkpoint Radio is where I hope to take my career, I would say thank you to FF14 for giving us that door.
So, along with Kahlo taking up lead producer position for Limit Break Radio, Scalia is now taking up lead producer position for Checkpoint.
Yep. Are we gonna go ahead and announce what that means?
I mean, listen. If we're being real, let's be real. Let's be real. So let's.
And that means if the bits suck, that no.
No, if it's stuck on Checkpoint, it's my fault. Which, yeah, that is partially true. But what it also means, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, is that this is my final episode of Limit Break Radio.
Aww.
Oh, but what happened about Nick Collier forever?
Yeah, well, we can still stream occasionally. We can still do that.
Yeah, because I mean, you're still somewhat.
Who's gonna have my back against these assholes?
No one.
I'm not leaving Limit Break Radio as a company. I am still going to be filling my producer's role on FEC
and hosting admirably holding down the Checkpoint news desk,
and I'll still be hosting on Checkpoint Radio. So I'm not leaving, and of course we'll have holiday specials, and I'm sure FEC will occasionally have talks that involve gender or some shit that I need to be there for.
Yeah,
so I will be around.
It's not the end of old Escalia here.
But what this basically is my.
You know what? Fuzro Dacian just pointed out something in the chat. He says, #Let's Be Real. The moment Callie leaves, the game will add wyverns.
You know what? If that's the sacrifice that I make to bring wyverns back and fix Dragoon, I will die a martyr.
He is trying so hard not to flip his shit right now.
I am doing my utter best to not either cry or murder somebody.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But,
you're only going to get one of the two extremes here on this show.
But in all honesty, guys, thank you for everything and for having me along for these amazing. What has it been? 5 years now?
5 years.
5 years.
5
Holy
years.
shit, it's been 5 years.
I know, right?
So yeah, but I'm not going away forever. I'll just be kind of in the background a little bit more. I'm still available on Twitter, and I'll still be streaming, so I'll be around.
You know,
thank you, by the way, for your service here on the show.
Absolutely. It has been my pleasure ever since listening to you guys as a fan in the FF11 days. This was the unattainable dream. It really was to be a host on Limit Break Radio. And I feel like us working as a team, we keep saying that. We keep saying like, oh, the unattainable dream would be to be able to do Limit Break Radio weekly to get high enough on the Patreon. Well, the unattainable dream would actually be to have Final Encounter Cast be paid for. Well, the unattainable dream would actually be to do Checkpoint Radio on the actual radio. I feel like we keep saying that and we keep making that happen.
Well, then that's the thing, is that we set reasonable goals for ourselves that we can accomplish and that we have the budget for, and that's what makes us sustainable. That's what makes us able to, do a product like Checkpoint Radio for the better part of 2 years without having anything except your funding over at patreon.com/Limit Break Radio.
So if you think it hasn't meant anything to us that you guys gave so generously for so long, especially as Kahlo pointed out, for a game that, guys, we've tried.
I know.
We have been trying so hard for so long to find interest and love this game. And some of us are, I think me especially, I've had a real difficult time with it over the last, since really at Stormblood, I kind of let you guys know I wanted to make my exit. But we really do appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts for all the opportunities you have given us and continue to give us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're seeing a lot of suggestions here in the chat about what to do with Skuro exactly.
If you guys replace me with Skuro, I take back everything I said. I don't feel bad.
I was just thinking too, like when he's like, I started out as a fan and like, well, look where I'm at now. Like, Skuro, do you kind of like look at Ascalia as like an idol?
I bet that's why he thinks we have him on.
Oh, honey.
I don't even sub to this game anymore. So I'm like going.
Never mind.
I'd be surprised if it did happen, but no, I don't think it would.
Never mind, Skuro. I idolize you. I can't wait to unsub.
Okay, Nika and Kuki, you both need to give what you're.
That's right.
For.
That's right. Nika first.
Me first. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a broken record at this point. But I will say for sure I'm thankful for all of you, although slightly less thankful that Ascalia's leaving me with these assholes now. But I will say that as much as we do argue and have our moments, I do love all of you guys, and it definitely has been a life-changing thing. Never expecting that I would find some random Facebook group online with like 5 random people in it, send someone a message, and then now end up on Limit Break Radio.
And that's the true genesis of Limit Break Radio, was that we started as the CMU FF11 Facebook group.
Yeah. I don't know what possessed me. I was like, I bet there are people at my college that play this game. Let me check Facebook. And there was like a Facebook group with like all of you guys, Sale, and like 1 or 2 other random people.
That sounds about right.
And I was like, man, these character names look really familiar. And I just, send him a message, and here I am. So, I mean, definitely it's been a life change for the better. I am thankful for all of that, and also thankful, I guess, for Facebook for allowing that to become a thing.
Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg.
If it wasn't for that, I would never have like had a means of finding you guys. So
that's fair.
It's like thinking about it, I'd never crossed paths with you guys anywhere at CMU. No. I did see Robbie in play once before I knew him, and I don't remember what the play was. All I remember is you farted a lot right into the air.
Then that was Escanaba in the Moonlight.
That was just Robbie.
That was Thursday night.
Yeah.
That I saw you in that play before I knew you. So other than that, though, I never would have crossed paths with you guys at all. So I thought that was so yeah, thankful for that. In terms of 14, I guess, I mean, I'm a very personable, friend-oriented person. So, I mean, I made so many lifelong friends through this game. Like, I met Strife both through 14 and through LBR. I met a whole bunch of my friends back on 11 who I still keep in contact with. Like, I mean, I know Surin's falling out of this game, but this was a way also that he and I could, still make sure we had a game to play together.
Sure.
He plays a lot of his like one player games that I just can't get into. And so this kind of keeps us playing. I have a lot of other friends from 11 that I still keep in contact with today because of this game. So I want to thank FF14 for existing as an MMO, for existing as a way for me to have the friends that I do, because I don't really go out much in person. So that's where my friends are.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. We've got of course Kooky and Skuro on the line. We'll get to Skuro in a second. But Kooky.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for?
Oh, well, let's see. It seems, I am going to be a broken record as well. I'm going to say thank you to the LBR fans for hashtag hire Cookie. And I'm now here with these assholes for 3 years now.
So it's your guys' fault.
Yes. All these time wasted all over LBR and FVC and Checkpoint. But I do remember the origin story where Pelly actually introduced me to LBR, and we're listening to the podcast in the car on our way to Arizona, and I gave a tweet out to, for me, it was Twitter. I gave a tweet out to Limit Brigade, and I'm like, hey, what's a pug? And I think it was me that replied to me, like, pug is a... Oh, what's pug again?
Pickup group?
Pickup group. Yes, sorry.
Wait, you mean he gave you an actual answer and wasn't an asshole?
Yeah, he wasn't an asshole until.
Oh, you caught me on a good day.
Oh my gosh! The look. The point in like the universe where Kooky would have like completely diverged away from LBR fell on like the blade of a grass. You have no idea how close.
Is this Kooky Point?
Yeah.
Kooky Point.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Oh my god.
We're gonna go back and.
That's it. I'm writing a fan fiction called Kooky Point, where Kooky doesn't become part of LBR, and how drastically that changes the FF14 community.
I love it. I
also want to thank Square Enix for not hiring me so I can still be involved with LBR and FVC.
I'm also thankful for that.
Man.
We thank them every day.
Now, bitch! Square Enix, like that would have been the easiest way to destroy us, was take Kooky away from us.
That's true. That would have definitely been a blow to the organization.
That would have been the mercy stroke.
No, I love you guys though.
No, we love you too, Kooky. Skuro, how about you? You're part of the family now.
Yeah.
In the way a redheaded stepchild's part of the family.
This is weirding me out that we're being all like kind and loving, and
it's Limit Breaks Giving.
Tripped me out.
It's once a year.
Okay,
that we've never done before.
Once a decade.
There you go.
Yeah.
I guess I'm thankful for getting outed for loving Darth Jar Jar in public, private.
You're welcome.
That was kind of cool.
So my
I'm glad that I got to sing King Moogle in public and get over my fear of speaking in public, or singing in public. Actually,
there you go.
I forgot about the Moogle bit.
Yeah, he remembers all
even
these
though it was
bits that I
completely
forgot.
like last second, and I didn't even get half the lyrics till the very like day of it. But that's cool.
Classic.
Yeah.
As for the game, I guess right now it's saving me a couple bucks because I don't have to sub to it. I really do hope they turn it around, but that's again why I still tune in and listen to Limerick Radio, because I'm still hoping that's going to happen. But I mean, I've also just always listened to the show, and I love the show.
All right.
Well,
Do you have any thankful things for the game?
Yeah, he doesn't have to spend money on it anymore.
Yeah. I get it.
We all understand.
I'm saving a couple bucks as well. I'm no longer a normal account, but I'm a basic account with only one character.
I should look into that.
How is that for you, not having all the retainers?
Yeah.
It's actually really nice. I'm saving like $13 now.
What are you doing with that $13?
Giving it to his stupid baby.
Paying rent. What is a baby gonna do with $13?
What are you gonna do with
diapers or
$13?
formula?
Live in my house. Not be evicted.
I mean, that's fair. I guess.
Fair enough. I guess I do
All
like
right,
having a roof.
Nero. It's now your turn to give thanks, buddy.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well,
Remember, we have to be mature now.
thank God for me. I'm kidding. That's already taken. Thanks, Jim Sterling. No, I am, of course, thankful to the LBR audience. Without you, none of this would be possible. None of it. You guys have provided us a substantial method of being able to, find our feet, like a substantial method of finding our first source of income. And really, we keep saying it, but we have really tried our hardest to use that money that you provide us with responsibly. And
we've been pretty good about it.
And I think, because look at what we've been able to do with it. We knew that Final Encountercast probably wasn't gonna be the biggest thing in gaming radio or gaming podcasting because there are so many different voices out there. But we did know that with my connections in radio that we had an opportunity. And so I want to thank Joe, Callie, Escalia, whatever the fuck your name is on the show, for stepping up and becoming the lead producer and really kind of coordinating all of the efforts for Checkpoint. I think that has freed my brain up quite a bit to be able to,
get your shit together.
Yeah, kinda. And I really do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So,
well, believe me, it's my pleasure.
And I hope, hopefully, if you guys stick around for Checkpoint Radio, which airs right after this show on twitch.tv/ Limit Break Radio, that I think that if you've been listening in the last couple of weeks, you're going to notice a marked difference in this show's energy and quality, and that's what we want to be able to maintain. And you guys have already done that over at patreon.com/ Limit Break Radio. And it was just a matter of how we ended up using that money, because we have a much bigger production crew and we have more production necessities than your average Twitch stream does, which is why we've long maintained, listen, we're not fundamentally a Twitch stream. We have 5 people that will stream on their free time, but you know what? Our free time is somewhat co-opted by our jobs. And so, if we're not streaming because we don't feel like streaming, that's one thing. There's a whole lot of different variables, but we never made the promise that we were streamers. And while we had that sub button and it was exclusive to a certain subset of channels, we felt really honor bound to keep that up. We felt really honor bound to keep up with Twitch. And in the last year, they've democratized that system so that anyone can sub to almost any channel.
Yeah, there's a sub button everywhere.
Exactly. And so now, because that's a thing, we felt that we could back off the Twitch streaming because you guys had choice of who you could go out there and sub to. If you had a friend that has 13 viewers and you really like them and you wanted to give them your $5 instead of us, fine, go for it, because that's not what we're doing. We're fundamentally, and we always have been, a creative audio production company, and that has come out in the form of radio shows and podcasts. And I am particularly proud of all of the products that we've been putting together for the last couple of years. Limit Break Radio and Final Encountercast and Checkpoint, I think, are amazing shows. And I'm really excited to be moving forward with Final Encountercast, rebranding it to Let's Be Real, and bringing more of the LBR family in on the discussions that we've already been having at Final Encountercast. So at some point, we're going to launch the Let's Be Real network site, and we're going to have all of our content syndicated through there, and the Let's Be Real podcast originating out of there. So that's going to be over at lbrnetwork.com. We've already got the domain set and squared away. And again, I want to say thank you to you guys, because you guys have shown enormous patience with me as I've been getting my shit together, and that has not gone unnoticed. So juxta the way that you've stepped up with the financial responsibilities for the company, Scalia, the way that you're stepping up with Checkpoint, Robbie, the way that you're stepping up with Limit Break Radio, and subsequently Nika is going to be assistant producer now on Limit Break Radio. So she's also going to be stepping up in terms of her responsibilities. So thank you, Nika. And I want to I really want to thank Kookie, because Kookie has had to work very closely with me. And in the last year, I've not been a very fun person to work with.
No, he hasn't.
I haven't. and some of
Kookie.
Some of that has to do with depression. Some of it has to do with mono. All of it has to do with my energy level. And when I don't have the energy to be patient, I lose my patience really quickly. And you guys have a group chat with me, and I've been losing my patience very quickly. And I really want to thank you guys for being patient with me when I could not be patient with you. And that's part of my own limitations. And when that happens, you end up taking it out on someone. And it was never Kookie. I never took it out on Kookie, but who I did take it out on is Skuro. And Skuro, I have to give you a very genuine apology here, because I have been a pretty big prick to you, especially trying to get our YouTube shit in line. And every time I recognize, every time that I've come at it with very little patience, probably because I respect you the least out of the rest of the people. But that's okay. It's getting better, dude. It's getting better. We allowed you to successfully go to the end of a bit today, which is more than we would have done in the past. We would have given him 12 seconds and gone, fuck it, move on. He can't do it. He's not capable. And you did. You did. You should be proud of yourself. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of you in what you've been able to do with Trash Panda TV. And you know what? I do think that people do deserve, you deserve some subs. You deserve some support, because your camera's total shit and your fucking computer's total shit, and you could use some upgrades. So, if you've been a supporter of Limit Break Radio, go check out Trash Panda TV and help them get better.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's really cool.
No, and I genuinely mean that. I've been a pretty big dick to you in the past year. So, much appreciated for the patience and for putting up with me.
This is like even better than Thanksgiving. It's like Festivus and Thanksgiving all rolled in. We had the airing of grievances.
I mean, listen, dude. I think that is an actually really important part of holiday celebrations.
It kind of is
to just talk about shit. All airing of grievances is just talking about shit. And it's talking about shit. And this is shit that we haven't been able to talk about because we've either been embarrassed about it or we thought it would start a fight. So start a fight and fight like adults. Don't fight like children. And even when people older, listen, I learned something really important at Extra Life the last year that we did it. And I mean that, we did the first 2 years that we really put a concerted effort together.
Sure.
And I've actually legitimately been afraid to talk about this for a long time, but I had invited someone who I will keep their name off of this story, but I had invited someone to be a guest and come out there, and it turned out that when she showed up, she was mentally unstable, and we didn't know that, and she was either going through some kind of manic episode or something, but it scared the shit out of me because she was like my mom's age. And I was like, oh shit, there's no adults here. We're the adults. We're the responsible ones. And then not only does she spend the entire time freaking out in the bathroom, and my girlfriend at the time was trying to console her, trying to control her, and trying to keep her from having some sort of incident, she trips over something, a wire or a cord or something, and falls and does legitimately hurt herself. Like she, I think, almost broke her wrist. And so now, on top of 24 hours, someone's got to go with her to the hospital. And she did it on purpose, and I know that she did it on purpose, and I've been having trouble squaring why. And she needed the attention. That's what she came down there needing. She needed the attention. She got it the year previous because she was a part of Extra Life the year previous, yep. And I wasn't smart enough or I wasn't insightful enough to be able to recognize that. And it scared me because that was like a first real adult moment that I had in my life where I'm like, if she sues this company is going to come back to me, and we're going to have problems, and more problems than I can fix, than I have the money to be able to fix, than I have I was a college kid. I had to go write a fucking 8-page paper the next day, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this woman breaking her fucking wrist. Like, it was terrifying. It was legit terrifying, and honestly, it made me pull back from doing Extra Life for fucking years. And that's where Nika stepped in, and that's where I have to send a whole lot of thank yous to Nika, because she's been keeping that train running for a long time.
Yeah, a few years now. I'm really bummed that I fell off of it in like 2011, 2012. I think I didn't do it, and I'm not sure why, but ever since then, yeah.
Well, and it's been great. I mean, we're over $7,000 raised this year. We got to be pretty thrilled with that. What's the most we've ever raised?
No, this is the recent one. But back when we did it in 2009, I want to say we were at like 11,000.
I think the first year we ever did it, because
it was 11.
Yeah, because
2008 was the first year. It was the year before that, but 2009 was the year we went to Nova and did it at that gaming.
Timbuktu Cafe. I remember.
And I think that's what it was called.
And I think that's where that incident went down.
I recall the story actually. I think that year we had made 11,000.
And I honestly, I couldn't talk to this woman afterwards. I honestly,
how would you?
I couldn't. I had to weed her out of my life, because I knew that, okay, if that's your behavior, I can't deal with it. And I felt like a dick for doing that for a long fucking time. I did. So anyway, I am just so thankful to you guys. I'm so thankful to the LBR audience, and I'm looking forward to this new adventure for LBR. As a brand, LBR. That's the new brand, is LBR. So hashtag LBR on all your stuff. Hashtag Let's Be Real.
All new, all different. Let's be real.
That's right.
Yeah, that went well for Marvel. Why not for us? They didn't get tons of hate mail over that thing.
I tell you what. What we're not going to do is turn a beloved character into a Nazi.